It's a treasure to see a glimpse of lost history, and to imagine what it was like living in that time. This place was once alive, full of people, but now everything is decaying and left behind. One day, these buildings will fall to the ground, and the only thing left of them will be the stories passed down. I work to document abandoned buildings in their final days, and to show other people that they have the potential to be more than an unwanted place.
Katie, why do you like taking pictures of abandoned places?
Because it's fun. I do this to document historic places. You never really know how much a place like this has left. And bringing people into my pictures creates a sense that these places are still alive.
I created this collage during the semester for my digital photography class. The hospital pictured opened in 1855 and was one of the first psychiatric hospitals to experiment with lobotomies. The inspiration for this photograph initially came from the Netflix show Ratched, which is based on a nurse in 1947 that assists in the unsettling experiments on the human brain. One staple of mine is having my models barefoot. It brings attention to the drastic difference in age between the people and the environment. The outfits worn by the two models were actually salvaged from another abandoned hospital 30 miles north of this one. Nurses would have worn dresses such as these in the 1950s and 60s. In years closer to the hospital's closure, this space was used as an autopsy theater and morgue. As the table would have once held the deceased, it's now pictured in the same state over 20 years later. The prop for this assignment was to take detailed and motion-blurred shots and layer them into one image. The labels at the top of the photo were left on the drawers, while the red light streaks and handprints were photos of graffiti in the room. And finally, the cracks at the feet of the models are from a layered image of paint starting to peel from the walls. I took different aspects of this room and created a representation of what it looks and feels like to be standing in it now. This photograph is another one of my favorites. The sun sets perfectly behind this 18th century farmhouse in Frederick, Maryland. I wanted to show that this home was and still can be an elegant place. As the sun sets, this candle guides and sings me to rest. Although it's now fallen into ruins, this place could still be saved, or maybe even preserved to see better days. The black dress complements the colors of the house and stands out against the green grass. Holding the candle was like holding a piece of the sun, letting it guide me as the day turns into night. My photographs are a mixture of self-portraits and portraits I have taken of my friends. Placing a live subject in an otherwise empty space creates an uneasy and ghostly experience for the viewer. Although these places may be decrepit, they still somehow hold beauty in the decay. When I find a new place, I think about how the space makes me feel, and how a character would belong within a scene. Each place has its own story, and each one is unique. The desire to document history has brought me to cities I would have never normally traveled, and has blessed me with opportunities to work with amazing artists along the way. Finding new places to photograph takes an open mind. It's all about wondering what's down the overgrown path, or doing hours of research online. But most importantly, it's about connecting with people who share the same mind. When you get out and explore, you'll come to learn that there's so much more to life than meets the eye.